morning, students. Welcome to the lecture series of Open Systems for Web Technologies. In the previous session, we have to see how to install MySQL database in our Windows operating system. In the next one, we have to practice some SQL queries in that environment. Okay, so let's look at it into one by one. So these are the topics we have to learn this session. So the total SQL queries are categorized into different categories. The first one, DDL, Data Definition Language, and the second one, DML, Data Manipulation Language, and the third one, Data Control Language, and the last one, Transaction Control Language, TCL. So let's look at it one by one. So DCL, Data Definition Language. So these commands are used to define the database structure, and in this DDL there are so many commands are involved. The first one, create command. So the create command is used to create a database and or create a table. So the syntax of create command is create table name. So this is the what is the table we have to create? That is the table name we have to mention here. So create table name, and the next one, column names, and the next, data types. So the create table name and column names. So here we have to mention column name and the data type. For example, I am creating a student data table. So here the student data table, we have to take a few columns like student ID, student name, next student age. So these are the columns we have to use in that particular table. Okay, so this the student is the table name. Next, these are the columns of the table, SID, SNAME, age. And the next one, drop. So the drop command is used to delete the data and the same way delete the entire structure of the table in the database. So the syntax is drop table name. So for example, I want to drop my student table. The syntax is drop table name. So what is my table name? Student. So drop table name is student. Okay. And the next one, alter command. So the alter command is used to modify the table structure. For example, so this is the syntax for alter command. First, I have to add one new column into the predefined table. So alter table name, add column name and column definitions. For example, here I want to add one more column in the table. For example, student table. Okay, so alter table name. So what is my table name? Student. Add column name. So here we have to add a new column. That is, for example, I want to add a new column is location. Okay, so here we have to add the new column. So finally, the syntax is alter table name, add column names. And the next one, again one more alter command to modify an existing columns in the table. So this alter command is used to modify the already predefined data types. For example, here alter table, modify column definition. So for example, let us take an example. In my student table, I want to declare SID, SNAME and age. Here I want to modify the data type of SNAME. For example, previous I am declaring the data type of student name varchar of 15. Okay, so this is the data type, varchar data type. Now I want to modify this data type, size. So I want to change the size of data type. So here varchar, the new size is, for example, I am taking 30. Size is 30. So here I want to mention that modified data type is here. So alter table, modify the column name. Here alter table, table name is student, and modify, what we have to modify? SName data type. So modify, what is the column name? SName, and what is the new size of the data type? Varchar of 30. So this way we have to modify the defined structures. Okay. So this alter command is used to modify the structure of the databases. Okay. So this alter command is used to modify the structure of the databases. And the next one, truncate command. So this truncate command is used to delete the data in the table, not the entire structure, but the structure is there. Here, for example, in the previous I have to create a table, student table. So I'm taking 3 columns. For example, SID, SName, and age, student age. So in this table, I have to enter different types of data. So whenever we are applying this truncate command, this entire data will be lost, not the structure. Structure means, so what is the structure of this table? So here I am taking 3 columns, SID, SName, and student age. So entire structure is available, but in this structure the data will be lost. Okay. So the syntax of truncate command is truncate table, table name. So truncate table. So what is my table? Table name student. So in this way we have to remove the content of the table. And the next one, so what are the difference between drop command and truncate command? So the first point, the drop command is used to remove the table definition and its content. So the drop command is used to delete enter the content in the table. But the truncate command, whereas the truncate command is used to delete all the rows from the table. All the rows means we have to remove only the content of the data in the table. And the next one, second point, in the drop command, table space is freed from the memory. So whenever we are applying this drop command, entire table will be removed from the databases. And coming to the next, truncate command. So while the truncate command does not free for the table space from the memory. Why? Because whenever we are applying truncate command, the structure will be there, but the content will be lost. Okay. So I will explain practically one by one. So let's look at into practically. So I want to just open MySQL environment. So that's why I'm clicking on MySQL command client line. So here it will ask the password. So this is my MySQL client line environment. Here the first command. So what are the databases available in the MySQL database? So first of all, the command is show database. So this command will give what are the databases are involved in the MySQL. It will be displayed. So these are the different types of databases in the MySQL database. So now I want to create a new database. The command is create database. For example, I am taking a new database, that is Vignan. So this is the command create database Vignan. So the new Vignan database will be created. And the next one, whether it will be created or not, just I am checking. Yes. So show database is the command. It will show all the created databases. So the Vignan database is created. Now I want to use this database. The command is use Vignan. So now I am using Vignan database. So the database is changed. Here I want to show is there any tables are created or not. Just the command is show tables. So empty set. So there is no tables available in the Vignan database. So now I am creating a new table in the Vignan database. So now the command is create table. For example, I am taking the student table. I am creating one new table student. Create table name. Student is my table. Next, I am taking 3 columns, student ID, student name and age. So these are the 3 columns we have to maintain in that particular table. Now, the table will be created. So I am checking what is the structure of the table. For that purpose, I am giving the command description of student, DESC student. This is the table name. So this is the table structure. Student ID. I am declaring the type integer, student name, varchar data type and age. It is the integer data type. So this is the structure of the student table. Again, I am checking is there any this table created or not. So this is the table created in Vignan database. So this is the create command and next one and the next command alter command. So I want to change the table structure. So now for that purpose I am taking alter command. So alter table name. I want to add one more column for this table. So add location. I want to add one more column, that is location column. Location, that column data type is varchar. Just press enter. So 0 rows are affected. So the table structure will be affected. Whether it is affected or not, I am checking once again. Description, table name. It will shows the structure of the table. So this is the new column. It will be added in the structure. I am not mentioned any keys, primary keys or foreign keys. I am just declared a normal table. And the next one, next command, rename. So I want to rename my table. So just the command is rename table name. So the table name is student and first old table name. So what is my old table name? Student. And the next new table name is student. So rename table old name to new name. Just press enter button. Description of new student. So what are the new table name is I am checking. So this is the new table name. Description student 1. This is my new table name. So the table name is changed student to student 1. And the next command, truncate command. So the truncate command is used to delete the content of the table. So truncate, so the syntax of truncate command is truncate table name and just press enter. So here I want to delete the data in the student 1 table. So 0 rows affected. So once again I am checking whether data is available or not. Description table name. The table name is student 1. So the structure is available, but in that structure the data will be lost. And the next one, select star from student name. Select star from table name. Here, at now I am not inserting any data in the table. So it will display empty set. Okay. And the next one, drop command. So the drop command is used to delete the entire structure of the table. The next command, DML, data manipulation language. So these commands are used to modify the entire database structure. So here we are using different commands, like first one, insert. So the insert command is used to enter the data into the table. Insert into the data into the table. For example, this is the syntax for insert command. So insert into table name, values. So what are the values we have to given into the open parenthesis? So this is the syntax for insert command. So insert into table name. So here we have to mention our table name. Next, values. So what are the values we have to enter into the table? That values we have to mention in this parenthesis. And the next one, select command. So the select command is used to select attributes based on the condition described by the where class. For example, select first name from student where roll number is greater than 15. So here it will display the first name from the student table where the roll number is greater than 15. So the syntax is select expression from the table where class. So it will returns the first name of the student where the roll number is 15, greater than 15. And the next command, update command. So the update command is used to modify the values of the columns in the table. So this update command is used to change the data in the table. So this is the syntax for update command. Update table name. So here we have to mention our table name. Set column name equal to value and so on. So in this update command we have to update single column or more than one columns. And the next command, delete command. So this command is used to delete single row or more than one rows. So this delete command is used to delete the single row or more than one rows. So the syntax is select from table name. So here we have to mention our table name and where condition. So whatever the rows we have to delete, we have to mention this where clause. Here I will show how to insert a data into the table. So the command is insert command. So insert into table name. So the table name is student1 and values. So what are the values we have to insert into the table? We have to mention in within the parentheses. So the first SID, SName, and the third column is age, and the fourth column is location. So in the table I have to mention total 4 columns: SID, SName, age, and location. So here the first row is inserted into the tables. And the next one, second row, SID is 1 or 2, and the SName, SAge, student age, and the location. 2 rows are inserted into the table. Next, I want to insert the third row. So the roll number, SID is 103, and SName, student age, and location. Here I want to insert total 4 rows in the table. So total these are the 4 rows inserted into the table. Now I want to check whether these 4 rows are inserted or not. So the command is select star from student1. Select star from student1. So total 4 rows are inserted. And the next one, and the next command, update command. So the update command is used to update or modify the table content. Here I want to modify the content in the last third row. So SID is 103, SName Ramesh, and age is 34, and location is Tenali. So now I want to update the third row. For that purpose I am using update command. Update student name and set age equal to 20. So before the age is 34. Now I want to modify that age is 20. And I'm using where class. So here the table name is student1, but I'm taking a student table. Now again modifying. So update student1, set SS is equal to 20, where SID equal to 103. So 103 total, the third row is updated. Now I want to check whether this updation is available or not. So I am checking select star from student1. So the updation is affected. So 103, so the third row, 103 student name. So in the previous the data is 34. Now I am modifying the age value. So 20. Again, and the next one, delete command. So the delete command is used to delete the one row or more than one rows. So delete from student where SID. So in this table, I want to delete particular row. For that purpose, I am using SID. So delete from student1 where SID equal to 104. So here I am deleting the last row. So it is affected or not, whether I am checking whether it is affected or not. So for that purpose, I am using select star from student name. So here the updation will be affected in the table. The next one, so in the previous session, I am showing the truncate command. So the truncate command is used to delete the data, but not the structure. So here I will show again. I will show truncate table student1. Here I want to delete the student1 data. So truncate table name. Whenever I am pressing enter button, that entire data will be deleted, but the structure will be there. So for that purpose, I am displaying description, the student name. So here the structure will be there, but the content will be deleted. So whether the content is there or not, I am checking select star from table name. So here it will shows empty set. So the main reason is the truncate command is delete only the content but not the structure. And next one, drop command. So the drop command is used to delete the entire structure and the content. So drop table name. Whenever I am pressing the enter button, it will be affected. So the table will be deleted from the databases. So this student1 table will be deleted from the Vignes database. So there is no, so Vignes.student1. So this student1 table is not there in the Vignes database. So show tables. So whether it is, the table is there or not, again I am checking. So show tables, but it will display empty set. So in Vignes database, there is no table available. Here, the next command is data control languages. So these data control languages are used to control the databases. So it will provide different privileges. So here the privileges are two types. The first one is system privileges and the object privileges. So here this includes the permissions, creating sessions, tables, and different types of system privileges. And the next one, object privileges. This type of privileges are used to applying all the commands. So here in this DCL commands, there are main two types of commands are available. First command, grant, and the second one, revoke. So the grant command is used to provide the users to access privileges or other privileges for the databases. So the syntax is grant create session to the users. Here I am giving privileges for the sessions. And the next one, grant create table. So I am giving privileges for the users create command. And the next one, here, and grant sysdba to the username. So here it will give the all system DBA permissions, all the system DBA privileges. And the next one, rework command. So this rework command is get back the privileges from the any users. So here, this is the syntax for the rework command. So rework create table from username. So in the previous, I am giving the privileges for the users for creating. So for creating table, we have to, I am giving the creating privileges for the users. Now I will get back the privileges. For that purpose, I am using rework command. And the next, last one, TCL, transaction control language. So this command is used to deal with transactions in the database. So here there are different types of commands are used. The first one, commit command. So commit command is used to commit all the previous transactions. It means it saves all the transactions. The syntax is just commit command. So whenever we are entering this commit command, it will save all the transactions before the statement commit command. And the next one, rollback. So the rollback command is used to undo the transactions that have not already saved in the database. So the syntax is rollback command. So delete from student where roll number equal to 25. So previous, I want to, so here I want to roll back the command. It will get back the previous permissions. And the next one, save point. So this command is used to set the save points for the transactions. So for that, these save points are used to save particular transactions at particular point of time. So the syntax is save point name. For example, save point. So here in the previous, number of transactions are doing. Next, I will save these transactions. Just I am applying save point A1. So here I want to save the previous transactions up to this A1. And the next, I am performing some operations, and again I am saving these transactions. So this particular transactions will be saved in the save point B. Okay, so this TCL commands will apply only DML commands. So the DML commands are insert, delete, update. So all these DML commands are applied for this transaction TCL commands. So if you have any queries, please mail me cgs_csc@vignan.ac.in. Thank you.